Today we're watching a video about parasocialism, why parasocialism is worse for VTubers. I'm a VTuber and I am not parasocial. Thank you very much.
Parasocialism. It's a one-sided relationship where a person knows so much about
It's one-sided and not from my side.
a particular content creator, influencer,
Sorry, Mip, I literally only see you as pixels on my screen. I'm literally just pixels on your screen with some sound. And that, you know what? That's okay. That's okay.
fictional character, and in this case VTuber, and forms a certain kind of attachment towards them. While those figures...
Oh, it can be from your side? You'll see in this video. I mean, it can, but it's not!
knows nothing about that person. Those kinds of attachment depends on the viewer and content creator, be it familial, friendly, or romantic in nature.
Oh my
it is
god.
subtle, insidious,
Our asses are not romantic.
creeping up on people and developing without them not even knowing. One day they could enjoy a particular streamer,
Oh my god,
influencer,
it's
or
always gonna
VTuber,
switch.
and the next they'll find their
whatever.
heart suddenly broken.
Bruh! That's so crazy.
Upon hearing those influencers might be in a relationship. While in most instances people
Parasocialism can
just
be scary. It
unsubscribe or
can.
unfollow, or even the usual petty whining in some random image board
What do you mean I'm fake? I'm not fake, I'm
or
here.
Twitter thread, some instances can be so deranged and horrific, like committing suicide after their favorite characters die, or
Sorry.
stalking, harassing, and scaring
Oh
their
my
favorite
god,
content
that's so
creators their
bad.
entire life. In recent years, parasocialism has been vilified by literally everyone. Some critiques and problems exaggerated, but often they parrot the same opinion. Parasocialism, bad. And in one way,
I mean-
I agree. The deepest ends of parasocialism
What
are
the heck? Taeyeon received a bloody note that read, "You can't live without me." The saying claimed it was written in menstrual blood. She later apologized, saying, "I'm very obsessive, but I'm not What?
cause for one of the
Ew.
internet's most fucked up stories. But I don't think parasocialism is necessarily bad. See, parasocialism is more nuanced than that. While everyone simplifies it to just a person developing some kind of obsessive or
Okay, if it's a good thing, I'm parasocial.
unrequited attachment towards someone or something, there are actually layers and depths to consider. A weeb seeing the boys on Trash Taste and listening to their podcast every day because they're just like me for real. A man inspired after his favorite influencer that once suffered the same problem that he had, overcome it.
I mean, if you see it like that, I guess that's okay, right? It took her 3 minutes. She said the thing. Yeah, I did. Hello, Signify. No, but no, I get that. I agree. Like, if it's like, you know, being nice to each other, and then if you guys think I'm relatable, whatever, that's not a bad thing.
A man deciding to learn a language just because their favorite VTubers knows how to speak it. Parasocialism isn't the Venta Black
Whoa.
concept that many people paint it as.
Over and over.
It can be healthy.
Stop!
In fact, I would argue most cases of parasocialism is actually healthy. We all have parasocial relationships in some shape or form. By its technical definition, being a fan of someone is a parasocial relationship. And most of the time, that actually helps us grow. Like learning a language, mastering an instrument, becoming a good dancer, or even just a temporary escape from the
Dude, I got inspired by Love Life to like do idol stuff. There's a lot of stereotypes with VTubers. There are also, I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of bad parasocialism with VTubers, I think. But yeah.
harsh world so that we can come back refreshed and ready to face it again. Sometimes we just need our role model and Oshis to give us encouraging words. Sometimes we just need a temporary escape. But when people start depending on them and reach the deep end, that's when the parasocialism problem actually becomes a problem. When requests for words of encouragement become pushy for words of validation. When instead of being inspired by your
don't know
favorite
which
content
side I
creators
should
to
go
fix your
to.
issues, one ignores it and retreats
Wait,
to them
what? Oh my god.
for comfort. When one
You
escapes
guys do not trauma dump in people's chats. That's not good manners. Parasocialism is bad when it leads to obsession. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Mip can even sing. YouTube, come over to see Mip do her decadely karaoke. Exactly.
reality and leaves for good. Many people have talked about the dangers of parasocialism.
What? Wait, what?
And leaves for good. Many people
You knew he's doing the ASMR stream and shouldn't be interrupted in the first place. You still kept poking him to reply. You even asking chat to remind him to reply. What?
have
What
talked
was that
about the dangers of parasocialism, especially that of a romantic
Oh god, I don't know
nature.
what they're talking
I'm not
about.
going to be one of them. Though I did offer my opinion, and that's going to be
Drama dumping? I dropped my hot dog while eating it the other day. No!
crucial for my
I'm
overall
so
message in
sorry.
this video. No, I'm here to answer another question that nobody seems to have answered yet. Is the parasocialism problem for VTubers worse? But how do you even measure that? What is a base form of parasocialism? By worse, I don't actually mean the level of intensity, because parasocial fans going absolutely batshit crazy over their favorite influencers is not exclusive to VTubers. In fact, I actually think in terms
Yeah.
of degree, the VTuber industry isn't that problematic. At least compared to K-pop and
Oh my god. Oh my god, not the Minecraft SMP. Oh my god. No, and I've heard of some crazy K-pop stuff. I mean, we've seen the one with the menstrual blood, ew. And I don't even know. I feel like I missed like all of the the whole Dream SMP thing. I have no idea. I have no idea what their what exactly was going on there. Hello, Need Food. Welcome. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Thank you. Not dream situation. I have no idea, but honestly, I don't think I want to know.
Dream stands, they're way fucking worse.
I don't think
By
I need
worse,
to know.
I mean how heavily the culture of VTubing not
I
just
was
revolves
not a fan of the Dream SMP. I've never watched a single Dream
around
video.
it, but also needs it. Even more so than normal streaming communities. In fact, the industry banks on it, indirectly encourages it. However, this isn't exactly new. Tons of companies
Oh my
and industries
God.
like the K-pop
I'm
industry
not Dream Stan. Please call me anything, but not Dream Stan. Please, I don't know.
the American
Dream.
boy band culture and the Japanese idol culture fosters and encourages
Hell
parasocialism
yeah!
in all manners of depth. Because it's the thing that draws in the money. It also doesn't help that the VTuber boom started
Wait,
in
what did he
2020.
say? I just heard Japanese idols and I was like happy.
Culture and the Japanese idol culture fosters and encourages parasocialism in all manners of depth. Because it's the thing that draws in the money. It also doesn't help that the VTuber boom started in 2020. Literally the time where many people were
Oh my
isolated,
God,
lonely,
rip
and in a bad
Gargora.
spot in their life.
I mean, she's not dead, but you know.
Due to pandemic lockdowns. While the healthy part of parasocialism got these people to forget about their loneliness momentarily and eventually get back to their feet, the dangerous part is that now some people vicariously live off of these anime girls. But while parasocialism exists everywhere in the media, streaming communities in general are more prone to developing it, since viewers and fans actually have a line of direct communication with that person.
I mean, yeah, we're literally talking all the time. Hard not to be parasocial? Need a mipyun situation. Bruh.
Viewers share their vulnerabilities with the streamer. They banter, they have inside
I mean, listen, it's not bad to like think. Yeah, you know, obviously, like, what is it? You watch. Oh God, you watch a stream because you enjoy it, right? And because you know, probably because you enjoy the person streaming it. You know, sometimes it's also like gaming streamers or whatever, if they're good at gaming, but that's something else. Usually it's about like the person who's streaming, right? And that's not a bad thing to think positively about them, if that makes sense. I don't know. I have this steep expectation. We all kind of enjoy VTubers, but I personally despise idol culture. Having a partner ends with your career's insane, and I hate it with a passion. Maybe my stance is rare. I think it's very different depending on like. So I think in the indie VTuber community, that's like the stance most people have, right? But I kind of agree. Like I agree. I don't like the whole culture of like that it's like such a bad thing for streamers or whatever to have a partner and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, in this community, we pray Mip finds her British twin, but also we don't want her to stop streaming as much, so it's kind of thing we have to juggle. Don't worry. No British twink could ever keep me from streaming. Don't worry. But yeah. It's just, yeah, I do think that's messed up as well. I don't know, because it's like, especially when VTubers, it gets revealed they have a partner, and then they genuinely receive like hate and death threats. Like, why are you hating on this person to find happiness? What the fuck? I think that's just messed up. Also, you know, don't watch someone. I mean, I guess you don't have to not watch someone, but like, you shouldn't idolize someone and expect them to like become your partner, I guess, or expect to. Because I feel like when I don't know. I just think it's kind of a weird thing to get upset about, because I don't know. Do you expect to become their part? I don't really get it. I don't know.
Jokes, and it makes it so that the viewer feels like they know this streamer for real, like they're close friends with them, when in reality they aren't. And eventually, they go to their streams every time just so they can talk to them, to see what they're up to. Eventually, they develop a parasocial bond. Whether that's on the healthy side or on the deep end ultimately depends on the individual viewer. However,
I mean, that itself, you know, it's not a bad thing if you keep coming to a stream, right?
Parasocialism can actually also go the other way around. In fact, I'd argue parasocialism first starts on the streamer or VTuber's end. Relatability is a tricky thing to manage as a VTuber.
There's definitely more freedom. Oh, thank you for the bits. Using a facecam over a model, most facecam YouTubers will just say they have a family. Do you think so though? Because I think it's like, especially for like female streamers, it's like a big thing that they. Oh my god! Thank you for the sub, Goopiest Goopster. Thank you, Goopster. Thank you. What is it? Wait, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I don't know. I guess if you're showing your face, if you get seen in public, it's also something you can't really control, if that makes sense. Also, thank you. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Thank you for 2 bits, fishy, but marriage is not that easy, you know? They don't actually expect to be their partner. They just want the possibility to exist. Oh, I mean, that makes sense, I guess. Moop would have to pay me to make me call off my friend, bruh. Alright. Really loving communicating with your chat might kickstart parasocialism, but being so delulu that you think donating $100 makes the streamer want to meet you is so crazy to me. Yeah, there's like a difference. I feel like. I don't know.
In one hand, they absolutely need it so that people can connect with them and understand them better, which is part of a healthy parasocial relationship, of course, but afterwards, it's their responsibility to put up proper boundaries. Still, no matter what you do, even if you put up that boundary, there will always be fans that will fall to the deep end of parasocialism. Gachis exist for everyone, not just for...
Not going to meet mipyun. I mean, I would love to do a meet and greet, but, you know, it's not guaranteed. Sorry, Chad. Even if you donate €1,000, that doesn't mean I'm gonna marry you. I'm sorry. I know you guys were waiting in line, but yeah, I apologize. It's not gonna happen.
VTubers.
It's
Putting
over.
up boundaries serves to lessen the impact of those gachis. But I can't entirely blame the gachis
Dude,
though, because it's
no!
actually the influencers that start seeing their chat
It's cute that you think we really want that. Shut up! Oh my god. Wait, the best way parasocial is true was portrayed by Rushia. She pretended to be a yandere who was married to her entire chat. Oh my god, I didn't even know that was her thing. Even sold wedding rings. She's one of the biggest YouTube streamers income-wise, like $3 million in super chats. Yeah, and then she got like, and then she had to graduate because it was revealed she had like a boyfriend, right? I don't know. It's kind of weird because on one hand, I do understand that like it feels like she was. Oh, meanwhile she was in a divorce lawsuit. Oh, oh. If I donate 1,000 euro, then that means you'll stay away from me. Yes, yes. What was it? I don't know. I have very mixed feelings about it because in a way, of course, if you say stuff like that, it's like you kind of do fuel the parasocialism. Obviously, right? So on one hand, if that illusion is broken, I guess I do kind of understand being upset about it, but then also she was like playing a character. I don't know. I don't know. I have very mixed feelings about it.
as their friends
Hello, Ultra Vibe Check. Hello.
first, because the chat is always there.
But
cheering.
obviously, having what is it? Having what did I want to say? What did I want to say? I don't remember. I forgot. Anyway.
For them, and occasionally tossing them money. Who am I to deserve your time and money? I need to repay you would become their mentality. And this bond would deepen for better or worse, usually worse, when eventually the VTuber shares their vulnerabilities, past traumas, and too much of themselves to their audience. It's an indirect invite for other people to start pouring their hearts too, and thus starts a cycle where they essentially feed on each other. Some people trauma dumps during a random moment on a stream and sees their VTuber.
Oh my god. I would have killed myself without you. Yeah, don't say things like that, guys. Don't say things like that. We're just... Exactly. Streamers are just... silly streamers. I don't know. Streamers are just streamers. Don't, yeah, I mean, I said it earlier. Don't trauma
as a
them.
waifu therapist. And some people dedicate entire months of their lives making videos worshipping a single VTuber. Okay, maybe two.
Bruh.
It's especially worse for VTubers who are troubled because the chat starts developing some kind of savior complex. That's the reason why a lot of VTuber fans love.
I would piss myself without you. You know what? That's fine. Oh my god.
Unstable girls and menheras, because they're just like me for real, and to them, they're way cuter than a normal professional VTuber. As such, this is a part of the job for most VTubers. Even if one is literally the funniest VTuber ever, they often need to skirt the edges of parasocialism, even more so than regular streamers, to find the middle between the shallow and the deep end. They can't stay completely unparasocial with their audience for long because
I don't know, but not every VTuber has constant sexual jokes. Like, I feel like it's very, like, based on the VTuber. I don't know. I screamed at my friend because of Bruh, what do you mean? How would you personally feel with a message like, I felt absolutely horrible, but watching you made me enjoy my life again? Would that be different? I always wondered how such messages would feel as a streamer. I imagine it is weirdly intrusive and mega uncomfortable. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it makes me super uncomfortable. what I want to say is I feel like it's very important. If you say a message like that, it's kind of important to word it like, to word it in a way that's not too extreme. Because if you say you have a bad day and then watching my stream made it better, obviously I'm happy about that. That's actually like, it makes me really happy. What you said, I don't know. I don't think I would mind it like in a, it is kind of on the line, I would say. But it's like, as I said, like if you go as far to say, oh, I would have killed myself without you, that's too far. That's, yeah. Yeah, it depends on the wording and the context a lot. Yeah. Exactly. Also, always remember, like, streamers are not going to cure your depression. Even if no matter how much you enjoy them, streamers are not gonna cure your depression. At the end of the day, it can help being like an escapism, a form of escapism, but we're not going to, we're not therapists, and I'm here to help you have a good time, but I can't make your whole life better, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I would have cured cancer a long time ago if I didn't watch MIP. Bruh! God. Depends on if it's a long time chatter or not. Not at all. Not at all to me. Like, because some people might be lurking for a long time. But
It's better to say, your stream made my week better, than to say, my life is going to shit, my wife left me, and your streams are my last hope in life.
Yeah. I don't, yeah, exactly. I don't mind, yeah. Mip brought back my depression, bruh! Message like, this day was messed up, but you made it enjoyable. Surely isn't a problem, but going into like savior type stuff makes it seem so icky. Yes. That's, yeah. Exactly. Like, it's also, it kind of puts a big pressure on someone if you say stuff like, if you say stuff like, you cured my depression, because obviously I didn't. And I don't know. It's also hard to answer things like that, to reply to things like that. It's just too far. It's too much. But if you say you made my day better or my week, like, that's good. That's good. Or like, you can also say something like, what is it? Just say, I'm always looking forward to your streams. But yeah, don't make it like, it's a good thing. Mip gave me bad FIFA pack, like, bruh, I'm sorry. Mip ruined my memory. Stop! Mip is my bad, like, what? Now wow, you guys are doing like the opposite. Shut up. God damn it. Feel so bad for the streamers in this situation, because it must feel shitty to ban them, even if it's the right move to make. Oh yeah, definitely. Also, like, if there's people who donated a lot, right? Like, there's someone, because obviously they supported your channel a lot, but like, I don't know. Stop! You guys!
Capitalism is the lifeblood of this industry. It's what fans expect and want from Vtubers. Most Vtubers fortunately manage to find these sweet spots, and those that go over the edge end up in unpredictable places. As examples, Rusha got gutted and was humiliatingly exiled from Hololive, and Vox is seeking professional mental help after the whole Reimu drama, and maybe developing into a Menhera himself. Yes, they're still active and popular.
I once saw a streamer who got a message from a long-time donator, 2 years at least, and they suddenly confessed to her they banned the viewer. I mean, yeah, it's, I don't know. You need to... There's boundaries. It's very important to have, like, clear boundaries. It's really important. It made me realize I'm a creep. I now have anxiety. No! Shut up!
But they've earned themselves quite controversial reputations. Yes, they're still making bank, and they still want to pursue the GFE and BFE experience. But at what cost?
Dude, does this feel like GFE to you, Chad?
Of course, I'm not saying that Rusha or Vox deserve the mental damage that was inflicted upon them due to parasocial fans and critics.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
What I am saying is that it's par for the course. Things like these were naturally going to happen. There's even a chance that it'll continue to worsen as they keep descending into the abyss. And again, everything that I've said so far aren't exclusive to Vtubers. They happen to regular streamers too. However, the reason why I think it's a tad more problematic for Vtubers is because Vtubers are easier to objectify. Vtubers appear as anime characters. They play into a kayfabe or character archetype. And due to this, it's really easy to forget that they're still human.
Oh. So that's why, I guess that makes sense. Because a lot of people also hate it when you like show your face as a VTuber, right? Are you human, Mip? No. This isn't quite GFE. You're not unfriendly enough, bruh. Hell no! Let's go. I'll say don't be attracted to your Oshis, but if you do and you're close enough to actually be having those feelings for them, do them private. At least those things can be talked out. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know. But even, I don't know, if you're actually close, but you can't, you know, I feel like it's also easy to like, you know, not be sure what's actually being close and what's just watching a streamer is. I don't know. Mip isn't a ginger anime girl. I'll unfollow. Bruh, shut up. No way, they're a real human behind the scenes. Yes. Oh my god.
That they're just entertainers, that they're just doing their job. There's already a growing global culture of men replacing real relationships with waifus. And pair this up with the idol culture.
Come on. Wait, okay, Miku kinda base,
Of
but
men replacing real relationships.
What the fuck is this? He's not even. How are you attracted to this person? Come on! That barely looks like a human. There was a guy that actually married Miku. He's legally her husband. I've seen that! It's crazy. That's offensive, Mip. Poor doll. I'm sorry, but come on. Mip 100% would do this? No!
Relationships with waifus. And pair this up with the idol culture, which I'll talk about later, and you get a special kind of problem. But things get even more complicated when you remember that it's part of the magic of VTubers. Them role-playing is part of the appeal of the gimmick of VTubing.
That's so silly because, I mean, I don't know. I'm not really an RP VTuber, I feel like. I mean, of course, I goof around, but I don't really feel like someone who's like playing a character, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm just being silly, but I'm being silly as I would just be. I don't know. I guess that's how some VTubers differ, right? I'll do roulette after the video. Thank you, Shira. Yeah, I'm just being mib. You know. I don't know.
Are basically interactive shows when you think about it. Them acting like caricatures, playing into tropes, being a NEET because they're just like me for real, playing into the shipping culture.
Wait, shut up! Wait.
Tropes, being a NEET.
Most VTubers are genuinely NEET, so that's what I'm saying! That's the thing. I am actually a NEET. I'm sorry. Yandere, I'm not. Yes, I do make jokes, and I guess I exaggerate my personality, but I don't like role playing, if that makes sense. The national eligibility come entrance test, exactly.
Because they're just like me for real, playing into the shipping culture, these are all parts of a VTuber's appeal. And the natures of these
Oh
appeal
my, what?
shipping culture, these are all
Good morning, baby. Morning too, honey. Yeah, it's called baby. Ah, my heart. Good afternoon. Beautiful curves from my wife. Morning too, dear. Today you're more beautiful. Good morning, honey, Yopi. That smells so good. Ah!
parts of a VTuber's appeal, and the natures of these appeal makes parasocial relationships
Oh
all the
my
more
God.
easier to form. It's much harder for VTubers to manage their fans because they have
Oh, hi, sis.
to keep that magic alive while making sure most of their fan base doesn't fall
no.
too deep into parasocialism. And if their fan base have already fallen into the deep end, whether intentionally or accidentally, they start walking on eggshells. Most of the time, VTubers fail
Oh yeah, don't look, sis. Don't look.
managing that balance because parasocialism is already a key component of the VTuber culture, and sometimes it even dictates the success of a VTuber.
Oh
of
my
course,
God.
while parasocialism is already a necessary component for a regular streamer or influencer, in the case of VTubers, parasocialism isn't just necessary, it's glorified.
I don't know. Is it?
Enter the simping culture. Originally, the word simp was an insult to men who like female
Chat reflects streamer. What do you mean? My chat is not cute or silly. Actually, you are silly. But you
content
know.
creators a little too much.
It's
To a point where they'd spend
glorified.
a shit ton of money in hopes of getting some
Mipyun,
action in
bruh.
return. But during the VTuber boom, fans have not only adopted that word, they turned it into a badge of honor. The most loyal
What? People say being parasocial is a good thing. We're not cute. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, fine. You're cute, chat. Okay, fine. You're cute. You're cute. You're getting a little parasocial there, babe. Go call silly. She called us ugly, bruh.
simps and the craziest, most active whales are respected and glorified.
Getting called. Okay, whatever.
Someone who cashes out literally
I'm not
tens
gonna
of
say
thousands of
anything
dollars
anymore.
to super chat their Oshis in a single month are labeled as
Oh
mad
my
lads,
God.
a god amongst men. Half of the fan base look at this ironically, but the other half do so unironically. Somehow, the simping culture has distorted our perception of such herbivore behavior. Somehow, the simping culture has made this the norm
I'm not cute. Okay.
of the industry. And while I agree that this culture is part of what makes the VTuber community unique, it doesn't make it any less weird when you actually look at it from the outside and look at it without rose-tinted glasses. But again, this culture is what makes the industry special. For better or worse, it is also part of the magic of VTubing. In fact, this culture is why the VTuber boom happened in the first place, and why Hololive became the most popular global
Oh my
VTuber
God, I love
agency.
Korone.
Because
She's
the
so
thing about
cute.
industries is that the top dogs will always be the trendsetters. What they do is what most people follow in order to get a similar result. Hololive's idol niche became the meta for the industry when the VTuber boom happened, and as a result,
Thing is, I don't know. I feel like nowadays, like indie VTubing got so much bigger, right? And like indie VTubers, I feel like there's so many different types. You know, I feel like most indie VTubers aren't really idols. I mean, I don't know. I like the lady with the glasses and purple hair. Good look, good mod. Wait, which one? No, don't donate to me, guys. No, please don't donate to me. I like when you smack the space button to pause the video. Thank you. I do like the singing and stuff. Yeah, me too. Me too. That's why I became a VTuber kind of, because it's kind of, it was perfect for me because I love the idol stuff and I love I mean not idol culture per se, but I love idol activities and I love streaming, like yapping and stuff. So yeah. Okay, san. Oh, indie VTubers are not put down due to restrictions corporation VTubers have. It's why they have become a lot more popular. I mean, it's a very different thing if you're indie or corpo. I like that in the massive indie sphere, being an idol isn't a thing. Yeah, I mean, you know. I don't think being an idol is bad. I guess it depends on how do you say, what do you define as an idol? Because if it's just singing and dancing, you know, that's not a bad thing. I think so. I don't know.
Idols and VTubers have become intertwined, permeating to every corner of the VTuber industry. Idols have something of a problem with parasocialism already, so it's only natural that it was going to make it worse. The toxic side of the idol culture, which is the whole not talking to males thing among others, spread out across the VTuber industry. It's not that any agency, including Hololive, is forcing their VTubers to follow this toxic part of the culture and be parasocial, because it's mostly perpetuated both by the viewers and the individual VTuber. And while this industry has been doing well to shed off toxic parts of the idol culture, like the whole not allowed to talk to males thing, heavy parasocialism is still the lifeblood of the community.
Oh yeah, wasn't that a thing? That people didn't like Hololive and Holostars to interact with each other? Because like Holostars is the male branch of Hololive, right? And what I've seen, like, people didn't like them interact with each other, and I think that's so silly. Because, like, you know, they're just friends. Come on.
And it's where the VTuber industry is still going. One thing that I've observed too is that the parasocial aspect of VTubing is worse for the eastern side of the industry than the western side.
Interact
The
with other
Japanese,
that's
the
crazy.
Chinese, or really Asians in general are more prone to fall into the deep end of parasocial relationships. And as a result, they're the most loyal and profitable, but also the most volatile.
Even when they chatted, bro, that's insane. That's insane. Oh my god.
There's a fine line between dangerous and healthy parasocialism. In fact, that's pretty much the point of this video. To find that line. To find that balance, both as a viewer or a streamer. Healthy parasocialism are healthy VTuber and fan relationships, when a VTuber knows that their chat are just their fans and not their friends. Appreciating them, but still keeping a distance. When viewers know that the VTubers are just doing their job. Still buying into their kayfabe and having fun, but maintaining healthy separation.
Wait, I didn't know they were. Oh my god! I didn't know Callie was on the Trash Taste podcast. Oh my god!
Dangerous parasocialism is dependency or codependency between VTuber and fan, when the lines blur both for the chat and streamer, and they feel the need to see each other to complete their day. When the viewers start seeing the VTuber as their waifu therapist, a romantic, or their friend. Healthy parasocialism is the reason that the magic of VTubers exists, and it's one of the elements.
Oh, but Keisan is Vshoujo, so it's not. I mean, it's still crazy, but yeah, you actually listen to Trash. I don't. I think I've listened to an episode or two, but I don't like actively listen. To be honest,
that make VTubing unique.
But I like Sea-Dog a lot.
Being oshis as cute anime girls doing cute anime things is one of the most unique experiences of online entertainment. But dangerous parasocialism is the horror of the VTuber community, as it can ruin entire.
I like listening to podcasts when I'm on the train for a long time. Okay.
Fan bases. VTubers and further damages the reputation
Why
of the
can't
industry.
there be like a normalization of putting the cam or like the VTuber model on one specific side?
The moment you buy into the illusion too much and forget that these VTubers are just normal human beings doing their job as entertainers, is the moment you start to slip on the edge. The moment you stop being a fan and start seeing yourself as their friend or lover. Is the moment you need to take a step back. All of us are parasocial towards someone or something in various degrees. But when you start substituting parasocial
cute! That's such a cute dress.
relationships for actual real relationships, realize that you're falling on the deep end. The parasocial problem only becomes a problem when you let it become a problem. Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video.
I guess so. I don't know. My take on this, as I said. Oh wait, does
Leave
it
a
say
like
anything?
and comment down below if I've missed something or if you have something to add. And if
Let's
you'd
go. Thank you. That was interesting.
like to engage in a parasocial relationship with me, joining my membership or Patreon will be the best way to do so.
Bruh! Guys, if you want to be parasocial with me, come over to twitch.tv/mipyun to watch me live. And leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Also, go over to Depressed Nousagi. Thank you for making this. Oh my god, it was 2 years ago. Okay, I guess I feel like in 2 years a bunch of stuff did change, so I didn't even realize that. But yeah, my take on this, as I said, try not to fall in love with VTubers. I understand you can't really control your feelings, but don't put them on a pedestal. They're just people with a real life as well. Fall in love with Ade in my chat instead, alright? But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, YouTube!